Guests on Keel always heard via the Jack Spring Electric Keel Newsmaker hotline. I almost said, well, Judge James Stewart, Caddo Parish DA James Stewart. Judge, welcome back to Keel. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. Just hoping everybody's staying safe.
Tough times, Judge. You've got a lot of people cooped up in small spaces for an extended period of time. And one of the fears, I guess, from when this, going back a couple of 3 weeks when this all started, was a concern about a potential rise in domestic violence cases. Are you seeing that yet?
Yes, from March 16th, approximately when this started, to today, approximately 36% of the cases who are coming through jail clearance are domestic violence related, and that's a huge increase percentage-wise than what we normally see.
So right now, pardon me, Judge, almost 4 out of 10 cases that you are seeing, not a 36% increase, but literally 40% of cases that are coming to your
Correct.
office are domestic violence cases.
That's correct, and that's where the concern is, and they range from cases involve fighting when kids are in the house, then they're going to aggravated, and we've even seen some strangulations in the last few days.
Judge, let me ask you, because the courts are closed. People may need emergency help, protective orders, that sort of thing. How is that working under the conditions we're seeing right now?
Okay, so we're not closed. I mean, we're closed to the public, but our domestic violence unit is up and running 24 hours a day. People in imminent danger, obviously they call 911, but if they need a protective order, they can call 318-226-6751, and they will direct them. If they need help with get the domestic, putting one together, they can call Project Celebration at 226-5015. So although we're closed to the public, we're not closed.
The judge can actually hear the case on the internet or a video conference type deal?
We're doing video jail clearance every day, 5 days a week. We have a judge and we have ADAs coming in and the public defender's office and video conferencing new people in the jail. We can do bond hearings on new cases. So we can handle them. We can reach out. We're reaching out to the victims of the crime, contacting them. We provide all that information to the judge so they can adequately review these new cases as they come in.
But a protective order hearing, the perpetrator may not have been arrested. Are they able to hear those protective order cases?
Yes,
in a video.
they're
Okay,
both in juvenile court and both in district court. They are setting protective order cases.
okay. A lot of the circumstances in domestic violence cases, you and I both know, have to do with stresses in the family, worries about jobs, money, etc. This is just compounding that, and you anticipate these numbers to continue to go up, right?
Well, we're trying to get the word out that people still can get help. There's intervention where we could get in early and try to resolve some of these matters, and hopefully they won't escalate it. But this is just a sign of the lockdown, people being put in close proximity, people who wouldn't normally have this issue. It's just coming out, and we really want to get a grip on it, and we really want people to know that they should reach out. Although we're physically exclusive, we still can be socially interactive. We still can talk to other people. There's phone, there's Zoom. There's so many different means to communicate that we can get into the beginning of these situations and kind of stop them.
Judge, the video court stuff, I'm intrigued by that. Is it something that you have done previously? Is this all new ground for you? Is it all legal? Is it something you plan to do more of in the future because of this? Tell us about that.
Well, we started years ago doing video conference for jail clearance so that we wouldn't have to transport those people in from the jail. So last week the court passed a more inclusive video conferencing. We are doing some guilty pleas this week. Some people who would get out of jail and be placed on probation, we're doing that. And so in the future, we're hoping to ramp up where we're doing more video conferencing court. There's actually a statewide seminar today on using video conferencing and trying to develop it we've been in conversations with the judges and the Caddo Commission to try to invest some funds to do it. So I would, a lot of things are going to change based on the pandemic, and this is one of the things I think we'll kind of move on to using this more.
Judge, we have a limited number of beds for domestic violence cases in our community, and a lot of these folks can't go, under these conditions, can't go stay with a relative or a friend because of what's going on. Are we working on a plan to have more beds available, or some sort of emergency plan in that regard?
We are. I actually checked with the Providence House. They had approximately 40-something families. Project Celebration, the Family Justice Center. We're all ramping up to see what we can provide. But what we really want to do is just stop some of these situations. Some of these are just really good people who lose their temper sometimes, and it just goes too far. And so we're just trying to identify what we're dealing with so that we can provide the appropriate services.